Welcome back to Broke Not Broken. Today is Sanity Sunday, and what do I mean by Sanity Sunday? It's when I set up all my plans for the week in my mom Bible, which happens to be the Home Planner 2026. My boys got it from Amazon for me for Christmas because the one that I normally use they no longer make, which is a blessing because I call this the Bossy Book. Now I'm going to give you a tour of my book, and we're going to set it up for the week, and hopefully none of my plans change because it really causes havoc with my scheduling for filming and anything else. What I'm loving about this book so far is the checklist. I'm just going to raise this up so you can see it a little bit better. Now you'll notice that there is like clean counters twice in here, morning and night, and tidy living spaces twice. You'll also notice that every day has a certain thing that is expected to be done, which I love. And you'll notice that I've crossed off the biblical verses because I've already read them. We're just going to go ahead and check off the things I've done today. No, I didn't exercise. I haven't had my shower yet. I did make the beds. Laundry, you can hear, is going in the background. I cleaned the sinks in the bathroom. I also cleaned the whole bathroom. I planned and prepped dinner because we're having leftovers from last night. Wash, put away dishes, done. And clean kitchen counters, yep, done. Wipe down sink, yep, done. And tidy main living space. Yes, I accomplished that today. For those of you who don't know, I have ADHD, and unless it's written down, I just don't remember little details like figure skating as at, say, 6:20 for my son on Tuesdays. I might think it's at 5:20 or 4:20, and generally I show up early for events. Not a bad thing, but it's a thing that happens a lot. The other thing I love about this book is that it has a page for your monthly expenses. Now, Jason gets paid weekly, and I get my baby bonus on the 20th, and that's only once a month. So I take this whole budget, that these are the real numbers, and I literally divide it over all the pay periods, and that's what I put towards our bills until they're paid. Why am I calling this Super Sanity Sunday? Well, I need to set up my week in advance for myself. I prep all the kids' lunches for schools, Jason's lunch. I have all the dinner preps done for the week on Sundays. I make sure that all the groceries are ready to go, picked up, or in the process of being picked up Monday after the kids go to school. I also make sure the kids' clothes are set out the night before, so on Monday morning, because I hate Mondays. I'm not a morning person to begin with, but Monday mornings suck, especially after the holidays. They seem to be harder, so I set that up. I pre-plan the kids' baths, their sports, all that stuff goes into this, and I know where I'm at any given time. The other thing is, this book itself has a task minder for spring cleaning and Christmas planning and all those things. Now, I'm not sponsored by the lady who created this, but I would love to thank her because this has been a godsend, because sometimes I just can't keep track of things, and I have books and paper and all this stuff. So I've eliminated that kind of clutter from my house because I now have one spot. Now, the other little task I haven't done today is read my book of the week, and this book, A Nearly New Family, it is by M.T. Edvardson. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I got into it last night, read the first 150 pages, and I found it extremely addictive. Now, for most people that don't know me personally, I am by heart a bibliophile. I love to read. However, over the past year, I've put everybody else's needs and wants above mine, which is fine. That's part of being a mom. However, this is my way of escaping. You know, I don't really watch a lot of TV, but this is my way of, you know, not Netflixing and chilling or watching Paramount, because I do love Landman and a whole bunch of other shows, but I don't need to be hooked for days. What I am finding with using this organizer is it's giving me my time back. I'm able to set aside time for me and not feel guilty about it, to be honest, because I'm able to see all the tasks that I do during the day. And I often wonder how I'm not worn out, because there's a lot that I do on my own. This week, I found myself saying, I have to clean the bathrooms, because the book is saying I have to clean the bathrooms, and the kids were looking at me like I was crazy. But I clean the bathrooms pretty much every day in my house, so it was just that I was trying not to clean them as much as I had been, because at this point I was blowing through, number one, energy, time, and then cleaners just to clean a clean bathroom. I don't understand why I was doing it, but it was a thing that I had done for 20 some years. I've owned this house. It was just, I got up in the morning, brushed my teeth, cleaned the bathroom. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't thrive in environments where there's no structure and no real, this is what we're doing. So this is why this is really detrimental to not only my mental health, but to the amount of effort I put into things. Because sometimes I get into a cleaning spree where I tear the whole house apart, and then it takes me days to put it back together, because I become obsessed with the way it looks. Now, a house can be clean without being tidy, and tidy without being clean. My house is always clean, might not always be tidy. And this is freeing up just enough time for me to take a little bit more time on myself and personal care, because I have never been one for it. I just realized I misspoke about the book. It's called Nearly Normal, A Nearly Normal Family. I said A Nearly New Family. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I've almost hit my 100 subscriber mark, and that was a personal goal for me that I set a while ago, and I'm so close, it's not even funny. So if you haven't liked or subscribed or left a comment, please do so right now, and I'll see you on the flip-flop.